Have you ever not wanted to pay a handyman to come and fix your stuff? By following this tutorial, you'll know how to replace a faucet at home in a few easy steps. My father's a handyman, so he and I went over to my grandmother's house to replace 3 of her faucets, which were very old. This is a many-step process, and if you want it to be done right and not have a flood in your bathroom. Step 1. Go and assess what you'll need to replace the faucet. You may think all you need to replace the faucet is just to buy a new one and stick it in, but it's a bit more than that. When my dad and I walked into each bathroom, we discovered that we'd have to replace everything. As you look at each of the tubes and fixtures, write down the sizes you'll need and any of the tools you need for the job. Step 2. Take your list and go to the store. My parents and I went to 2 different stores to find all the parts we needed. Step 3. Find the water shutoff valve. If you don't do this step, there will be a massive flood in your basement, or wherever you're trying to replace the faucet. Step 4. Let all the water out of your pipes so you won't have a flood. Step 5. The first step in disassembly. Unhook the water lines from the wall and the faucet. Then, remove the pull tab from the faucet. There's a small clip in the back, which makes it easier to remove. Once the pull tab is removed, just throw it away. You no longer need it. Next, remove the screws holding the faucet in place. There's a special tool to do this, but we didn't have it when we were replacing it. We just used a couple of wrenches. Step 6. The faucet should just pull out. Once you have the faucet out, you'll have to scrape all the scum off from where the faucet once was. Once you have all the scum scraped off, you can just place the new faucet in. Step 7. Now that the old faucet has been removed and the new faucet has been placed in, we have to remove the drain. My dad says the drain is disgusting. It smells and is full of hair. The reason that we have to do this is so the whole thing matches. We had to take the drain pipes off before we could take the actual drain out. After the pipes were removed, we cleaned the hair and gunk out. Next, we unscrewed the drain from the sink. It was a pain because the old silicone broke, and so the drain kept spinning when we tried to unscrew it. Eventually, we got it out and threw that away too. Step 8. Take the new drain and put silicone around the edges. This is so it will not leak. Screw the base in and make sure your pipes line back up. Ours didn't, so we had to cut some of the pipe off. There is a special tool for cutting pipe, but we didn't have that, so we just used a hacksaw. Now, screw everything back in with the new faucet in place. Step 9. Turn the water back on. This will either go very well or very poorly. Either there will be a flood, or there won't. For us, there was a small flood because one of our lines had broken. Once we got it replaced, everything was good to go. 10. This is the final step. Test to make sure everything works. Turn your water on to let all the air out of the pipes as well. We had to replace 2 other faucets in my grandma's house after this. None of them were as eventful as the first, because, obviously, due to the leak. I hope you enjoyed watching this tutorial.